Hello, very dear one, and welcome to the Psychic Garden. In this channel, I look into different psychic archetypes, such as inner child, inner saboteur, predator, critic, parents, all those aspects within our minds, and the collective. Also, Black Moon Lilith, Chiron, North Node in your natal chart, and also this type of reading, which is a seasonal, the time a planet spends on a sign, a constellation. And in particularly here, we're going to talk about Pluto going into Aquarius, something I'm very excited about, the reading itself, just because I'm nervous. Yeah, you can go directly to the reading by clicking on the timestamp below in the description section, or stay for a quick introduction. And here I tell you why I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm nervous, because I'm excited. Really. I'm here in front of the father of the subconscious, going into the collective. So what could be more challenging and exciting than that? The unknown within ourselves, within our cultures, within the collective. And it's also exciting that it's the first time we experience this consciously as a human species. Yeah, because Pluto was discovered when it was either in Gemini or in Cancer. I don't really know, and I didn't do my homework, sorry. But but the thing is, for sure, it's the first time that we are in Aquarius consciously, with Pluto in Aquarius consciously. So a lot of surprises are away, as it has been, in discovering the unconscious, the collective unconscious, subconscious, and how that governs our lives and our cultures, and what it's going to bring, which shifts from what we know already. What are the ones that are going to be present in this season for us? I'm very curious about that, and that's why I'm so excited, because it's also a season that lasts a bit more than 20 years, or roughly 20 years, if you take into account that it will start going into Aquarius, then back into Capricorn, then back into Aquarius, and then when going into Pisces, it also does this interplay between the previous sign and the next sign. So I'm going to put those dates below, so you can, but it's going to be now in Aquarius until June. So it enters on March 23rd, and then on June it exits. So in June 11th or something like that, it exits back into Capricorn. Okay? And maybe I'm just going to do the reading now to see what we encounter this first phase. So let's approximate this energy with just tasting it. That's also the tuning readings for me. It's what's coming our way, how we tune to them. And yeah, so we are starting pre-tuning to this energy that is heading our way. We are heading its way. Let's see how the dance will go. So welcome again here, and your guides, the collective guides, to lead us in this entry fear. So I'm excited, and they like intuition. Okay, wow, this is so beautiful. Actually, it's so beautiful. But I think this fear. Yeah, this is what it is. This is the fear of the unknown. Okay, this is what's triggered. There is so much that is unknown to us as human beings, as limited, rational, but also intuitive beings. And here's our tool into the unknown, the mystery. This is our tool into the mystery. So it's an invitation to embrace the mystery, but also to explore it, because we've been developing the intuition that's needed to explore this mystery. So yes, we are this 5 senses rational human beings, but we are much more than that, right? And when we recognize that, it's the best way to approach these new comings, these mysteries. And yeah, precisely that's why I'm so excited. I simply love mystery and the unknown and just learning, because it's the place we learn the most, right? And this is kind of the collective dropping into that energy and trusting more, because the fear is actually an invitation to trust our intuition, to awaken our intuition. It's like this kind of prey being looked at awakens an inner sense, which is intuition, to know where the predator is. Mm-hmm. Of course, there's no prey and predator game here. It's just us human beings evolving into the mystery, and kind of the mystery is the predator. It's the unknown. It's the challenge. It's the what's hunting, what's looking in our direction, and this awakens our intuition. Well, beautiful time for the collective home. Rebel, yeah, and brother. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is actually what's saying that we will approach this aspect by steps. How long does it take, for example, to build a home, right? It's kind of this long period to feel at home, to really find a place we call home. It's almost a lifelong process, and when we feel we leave our home, we again have to cultivate a new sense of home. So it's like that. It's like moving from one house to another. That's why we're doing when going into Aquarius. So we're looking into those energies that are our allies in this walking to a new home. So we took some time to build this home with Pluto in Capricorn, actually. And yeah, the fact that it was there for 15 years, it's precisely this. It's like if we were born there, we are now this teenage rebel which is living that home place. And of course there is fear and intuition, but they both brothering together, which I don't know how to do a verb from brother, but yeah, simply a fraternity being born between fear and intuition. It's what's going to allow this rebel to explore freely. Like a teenager, a rebel, doesn't care if they mess up 20 times. They are meant to mess up, right? And to try again and to try again and to get up again. It's like kids fall from the bikes and teenagers fall from life. And they can get up 1,000 times. And when we become adults, we become more stiff, right? But here, it's a chance to be a teenager again. We have that chance. We become stiff because we take away that chance from ourselves because of society and culture and so on. We take away that chance, but we have this inner rebel within us. And I love that the rebel card appeared because I was actually planning a reading for the inner rebel this week. So when it showed up, it just reminded me of that. And yeah, maybe it comes up, maybe it comes out, the rebel, inner rebel. But yes, I was thinking about how important it is to embrace that, right? We talk a lot about the inner child, but what about the inner teenager and inner rebel? Like, of course, there's talk about that, right? But yeah, I just wanted to work a bit with it. Okay, let's see what Tarot wants to tell us about this first Two of Cups. Yeah, liking it. Yeah, this first, it's March until June, so it's 4 months, roughly. 3. 3 months. Oh, it's pretty, not so much. 3 3-month taste of a 20-year season that's coming. So this 3-month taste is just a bit of an entry, an appetizer. 2 of Cups, 4 of Cups, okay. And the world. I love it. It's like, okay, by little steps, you gain the world. 2 of Cups, 4 of Cups, and the world. Okay. So Pluto is kind. I mean, I love it. It's so literal. We have here, that's why I repeat myself with a kind of, because it's not really kind of, it's literal. We have the intuition and the fear, so scorpionic energies, water energies here. It's showing up strong. And it's inviting to connect with our emotional self, of course, and with the 2 of Cups and with the 4 of Cups. How do we find people that reflect our self for ourselves? Our self-love, right? How do we find people? How do we meet with people? How do we choose the people that reflect the love we have for ourselves? Okay? If we are meeting and getting together with people that reflect our self-love, if we are not, it's because there is something in us that it's kind of just a mean voice taking us into situations with people who echo that voice. Because whatever we meet in the world is an echo of the energy we have within. Okay, so it's the 2 of Cups invites us to ask if we are feeling that in a certain situation in a relationship we feel misunderstood and mistreated, right? Not only misunderstood, because this is normal, but mistreated. How are we mistreating ourselves? Okay, so the first, and this is very beautiful, because the work we're doing with Pluto in Aquarius will become a powerful collective work through the years, as we will grow and more into this powerful collective work. But the start is one by one. How do we connect with people? Through love, and that's a lesson of self-love. And when we all little dots around the world do this, it's going to happen more and more. And that's how we create community, okay? But we create community from self-love, and then 2 people who have cultivated this aspect within themselves can meet, and we can really create communities that have love as their sustaining element and force. So there's going to be these times for communing, but also this 4 of Cups is showing the work on self-love. That's why I gave it so much emphasis here, so that I'm reading already these 2 together. The 4 of Cups is taking us away from the situations to reflect why do I feel emotionally not cared for in this situation? And how can I make myself feel more comfortable with myself so that I feel more comfortable in the world? Okay, it's so very significant, because it looks like a little change, little details, 2 of Cups, 4 of Cups, kind of modest and so on. But this energy is going to make us jump into a cycle which is completely new to us. And it's the rebel card. It's the rebel that it's jumping into that world. Also, it's like, okay, I have what I have. I have what I don't care if I don't have all the resources. I'm just going to jump into the world. Okay, so at the point that we are beginning this new cycle, we're just simply jumping there with some preparation. And the more we do this work, the best prepared we're going to be. But the work is also, it's in our hands, and it's also, it sounds easy. It's easy, it's simple, or how they say sometimes, it's simple, but it's not easy. So it sounds simple, but it's daily work, it's discipline, right? What do we listen to? How do we treat our bodies? What do we tell ourselves? That's a daily work of really telling our minds to calm down a bit. You know, I'm going to bring 2 more cards. Yeah. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. This is what I was talking about. This is the daily discipline to transform ourselves. How are we treating our bodies? So the first thing to see how we are doing this work is, how are we treating our bodies, and how are we giving ourselves the material stability without fighting with others. You know, this is very just patriarchy, but this is very societally capitalistic, modern, I would say, type of working around money. It made of it a fight with others. It doesn't have to be like that. We don't need to fight each other to get be stable materially, and it's just so unnatural. That's why I'm just, when I'm feeling the energy of what we are doing, it just makes me kind of stutter, you know, like, why do we do it like that? There's no need to fight each other for material resources. We can all have what we need without needing to play the other down, win the other over. You know, we have to let go of this competitive energy because it's here, right? And so this 8 of Pentacles, it's inviting us to do the work of self-love first and foremost, and of connecting with others through love, and having the sustainability for us and others. The material sustainability, it's important. It's an act of self-love also, to create a home space which is warm, stable, secure. But we don't have to create it and take it away from others. We don't have to compete for that. We have to stop doing that. And this transformation process might take us there if we simply take the opportunity and the calling to do it, and I become wise enough to do it, to listen to that urge that is all around. Temperance. I was super challenged by this because it's either we do it or we miss the opportunity, you know? And it's a collective work. So yes, each of us has to do our part, but each of us has to do it. It doesn't rely only on our own hands. We all have to do it. Of course, pointing fingers at anyone doesn't help. It's better to just do that inner transformation within ourselves and don't worry much about the rest. Just do it. We do it. So much things, right? That are changing, that need to change, that are it's challenging, but it's so timely to do the work of this change. I think that's also why, like, this cycle comes for a reason, right? We've been had enough of the past cycle. I'm sorry, I don't have anything against Pluto in Capricorn, but of course it brought a lot of goodness, you know. So Temperance card, and this is how are we equilibrating what our speech, and this is what I've been doing all this time, right? Putting the nuances, putting the, yes, it's ourselves, it's also others, it's no pointing fingers back to ourselves, so on. Self-love and connection with others. Water energy here again, although this is a Sagittarian card, but this is that just simply has a lot of water And it's also this mixture of elements. So I think this is fire and water. To me, this is fire and water. This is the alchemy being done of inner transformation, as I said, first and foremost. And yeah. How we envision the transformation is very important. How do we speak about it? It's what's going to do the alchemy in the end. How we envision it, how we speak about it, how we walk to it with our heart. Yeah. Again, the heart is what's moving us forward, and wisdom. So there's also this perfect balance between wisdom and compassion, which is the two wings. And right now it's the head, the crown of the temperance card indicates this wisdom, and the heart, the that is framed by the triangle, simply represents the love. And it's a perfect mixture of both. So this is also what the temperance is doing. And can we see in scorpionic energy this deepness of wisdom and love? How the subconscious mind, how the mind is deeply compassionate and loving and wise. How is that its true nature, its most profound nature? Can we find it? Can we look into it? Can we work with it? Can we move from there? Okay. Okay, and this is the first deep. So the first look into this energy of the coming 20 years. Of course, I will be treating this energetic aspect several times, and still very excited for this period, because it's not here yet. This is a pre-tuning, but it's preparing us for a deep transformation and simply envisioning ourselves in the world in a different way, envisioning others in the world in a different way, in a new way. Okay, so I am very glad that you are walking this path with me. And if you arrived until this point, please like. This is the best support you can give. Of course, subscribe, share, and simply stay around for other readings. Thank you, and all the best.